Okay, here's a full apartment tour. Of course, you've seen a lot of the areas in my other videos, and could probably kind of link them together, but here's a full unedited tour. Unedited. We'll start here. You've seen that, because I've used that as an establishing shot when the alarms go off. Again, you've seen this area. Here's the closet. Found this one at an estate sale here in Austin, and this one at an antique store, southeast Minnesota. A couple caps, twins, security, cowboy hat here. Different coats. It's probably one of my favorites. Not my favorite. Or, you know, leather one. It was my Uncle Bob's. He was Colleen's husband. And I mentioned her in the 2015 year in review. And 2016 is coming too. We had brooms and mops and the vacuum was there. Bathroom. You've seen this because I use this area for the Ventec visual alert. You know, I put in the dark, and then I use it for the Norelco video, and then of course I was down here for the tornado drill. And I was over here for the Kidda LED video. Wastebasket. Here's a shower, and since this building is handicapped accessible, there's no lip or anything. Just a normal Ancon floor drain there. The Casey's in Clear Lake, Iowa had one of those in their restroom before they remodeled. So here's this closet. So you have your cleaners, Windex you've seen me use a couple times, the cosmetics and light bulbs, and towels and wash rags, water cleaners, and boxes and stuff. There's some smoke alarm boxes back there. And of course, you've seen that plenty of times. Because whenever I do an unboxing, that's where I do it. The silverware drawer. Plastic stuff, the plastic wrap. This is the drawer that you hear me use when I get the knife for unpackaging, unboxings. There's plastic containers, microwave, tablecloths and dish towels, big containers. And here's cups and plates. Here's some pretzels Jeff got me for Christmas. There's the weather radio. Of course, it was over there on that table over there, but since that's holding up the Christmas tree right now, well, it has to be over here for now. Here's pots and pans. And the stove, I don't use that very much. Bonk. Range hood. Here's like chips and stuff. And chocolate chips you saw. Up here's the medicine. You're not going to be able to see that. Here's the oven. I usually don't use that. Here's your pans. Pots and pans and stuff. Well, I guess I do use this to make pizza. But other than that, yeah, I just use the microwave. Sometimes I'll use the pizza to make the oven. What? The oven to make the pizza! Reminds me of this time. Boston Fire Department. Like if the fire alarm goes off because of someone cooking, they'll say, "We have food on the stove, Chief. 2 companies will do." Well, one guy said, "We have food on the chief stove, 2 companies will do." So anyway, it was a really thorough thing, but it's like appliances, you know, toaster ovens, or not a toaster oven, but a infrared oven, air fryer. Living room. I used to have a coffee table here, but not anymore. And of course, the Christmas tree, which we need to get down. I think I mentioned that coat was my Uncle Bob's. He was Colleen's husband. And she was the one that you saw at the funeral in the 2015 year in the review. And 2016 is coming. Got that ready. Here's the bedroom. Again, you've seen it. Here's the closet. Like up here you have like iPad boxes, and there's the CD2 box. A couple other small line boxes in there. Outer box. Outer box. My hat. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you've seen that, because when our ARC did the spring formal, like a prom, I was king. That's my current, profile. See, there's a first alert box, graphics card, dresser, the bed, another dresser. This is where like pillowcases and stuff are, and shorts. Back scratcher. Again, you've seen this. This is my alarms. Here's your strobes. And then kind of a catch-all, like an overflow between these two. Because here's your pull stations. There's the strobes. Here's the audible-only devices, like speakers, horn, like burglar alarm sounded there, and the smoke alarms hanging out there too. Like you have this Vibratone horn. And here's audible visual. Horn strobes, and there's a Simplex True Alert speaker strobe hiding in there. Yeah. This is just generic stuff. Fire alarm and smoke alarm related stuff. Here's smoke alarms here. Then the ones down here are either completely photoelectric or a combination. All the rest of these are ionization. And then these two are system detectors. And here's some of my more rare boxes on display. See, there's the Vocal Alert one. There's my bookshelf. There's an MT there in the 9833. And back out in the living room here. And my keyboard. I have the other one that's in here. You'll see it. Here's my drums and my TD20. I don't think you've ever seen that. In fact, I don't think you haven't, pretty much. I've mentioned it, but you've never seen it. And I got this recently too. You've seen those in my drum video. These were from my original TD8 drum set. Now, if you've been a subscriber for quite a while, you might remember this room. Not in this condition, of course, but you might. Because this is where I had the computer originally. Right here, where all this stuff is. Then when I had the drums, V-drums, they were over here in the corner. So when I told you about that day when Mariah died, the drums were here. And I heard the cupboard doors out there. So here's some of the other keyboards. DX7, that was on the top stand. SK60, you saw that in my thrifting video. Yamaha, I can't remember what else is on hand. Let's see. PSS 150. Pretty cool. Found that at Goodwill years ago. Casio CT670. Found that at Sally years ago. In fact, I almost turned it down. Not the volume, but because we went to try it and only one of the speakers worked. So I thought, oh man. So we got in the car, but one of the cashiers quickly came out and said the pedal was hooked up into the speaker. So came back in and worked perfectly. So as you can see, it's here now. Yamaha DSR 2000. And then the Roland Juno G. You've seen that. Like that's where the True Alert speaker strobe was when I did the portal fire alarm. But it's got a problem with the display. It's documented, but the display like the connector, ribbon connector is loose, or it will come unsoldered. So like you'll get garbage and just a jumbled mess. A lot of times it'll appear in like quadrants. Like one quadrant might be good, another might be a jumbled mess. Just search for Juno G display problems on Facebook, or I mean YouTube. A couple keyboard cases, printer which is hardly ever used, Wi-Fi equipment. Here's part of the rack for the V drums. I was thinking of putting the TD20 on here, because I put them together like this, but when I found out it swings a little too easily, I decided I'm not risking it. And then the rest of the rack is in here. The problem is though, like these fasteners here, or these corners, some of them are cracked. Like the ones in here, some of them are cracked. So you saw here's my DVDs. Sometimes I'll come in here and get them. Here's some of my drums. That Yamaha SFC you saw, the Ludwig that you saw. That one I found in an auction. That one are people that work with, or no, this one, people that work with me got for Christmas one year, because they had like a thing in the mall. It's like a real African drum. That one I got in the flea market last year. Pearl drum I got through Facebook. Zymox pads. Some fans here. Old Slingerland snare got from the local music store. And then this floor tom I found at the Savers many years ago. Kind of a catch-all for stuff now, because I've tried to sell it like a pawn shops, but they wouldn't take just a single drum. Now in here, when you see me or you hear me go get batteries for smoke alarms, it's either in here. These are my collectible 9 volt. I'll have to show you that sometime. Or down in here. Like there's some of the Walgreens ones. Like tapes and stuff. Adapters. Floppy disks. Some more floppies. Here's the small electronics, like calculators, a little fan. That one thing, Walkman. That's more paperwork. Flashlights. More flashlights down there, you saw that. Here's tools. These few drawers. More cassette tapes. Oh, you saw that. That's the batteries. More paperwork here. In here. You didn't see that because it's more personal stuff. So if you look in here, there's a drain there. IBM Model M keyboard there. So up here you got some computer fans and doorbell. I think that's the one you saw in the one thrifting video. The other bars around. It's a computer fan. I think this is one. Yeah, I found at the Salvy years ago. It was just, by itself, so I'm not sure where it came from. There's another computer fan in there. You can see it. Ouch. Right here, smaller one. Here's some drains. Like here's another one Mom and Dad found. It's in like storage in their place. I think I had it back there. Let's see. As you can see, it's in a little better condition than the one down there because it's, shinier. And you have this one. I've been seeing a lot of these installed in new houses now. My sister Steph's house has this. And then this one actually really isn't a drain. It's more like a thing for a wood stove. But I've had that for years. Shower drain. down there. Well, whichever. There's the Ventec box. Then there's that drawer where the floor drains are. You saw that, my floor drain collection video. So I think that's pretty much it. Well, except for this. This was over here. You may remember, like from the Gentex strobe detector video and then the AT&T ECS video. But yeah, as you can see, it's now here. Jeez, 15 minutes already. But there you go, full tour of my apartment. Thanks for watching.